Hi everyone, I'm Sonia. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a St. Patrick's Day kind of look using the Tribe palette by Juvia's Place. I'm obsessed with this palette. It has so many beautiful green colors in it that I just like, it's so beautiful. I think I'm just not mostly gonna stick to the browns and neutrals and then stick in one of these two shades and let's see what I can come up with. So I've already started with my base and I primed my eyelids with the P. Louise makeup base in the shade 0.5 Rumor. So the first thing I'm going to do, because this palette, the only transition shade this palette has is this orange shade called Ormo. I don't really think that that's going to look good with what I want to create today. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a blending brush. Mine is from Crown Brushes, and I've used it so much that the name is rubbed off of it. And I'm going to take my bronzer. This is just the Physicians Formula Mineral Glow Pearls in Bronze Pearl. And I'm just going to take this bronzer and I'm going to put this in my crease as a transition shade. So now that I have my transition down, I'm just going to quickly go into my Amrezy highlighter and highlight my brow bone. So on top of the transition shade that I have down, my bronzer, I'm going to go in with the dark brown shade in the corner here called Ashanti. That just went in my mouth. And I am going to put that also on the crease, but just a little bit lower. This shade of brown, it cracks me up because it is the perfect shade of brown to go with green shades, but it literally looks like baby poop. So just keep that in mind when you're blending. So as I'm blending this into my crease, I'm also kind of bringing it outwards a little bit here towards the tail of my eyebrow so that it goes all the way out. And I'm also pulling it back in this way so that my outer V is a little bit deep, and I'm also packing that color on into the outer V. I highly recommend Juvia's Place eyeshadow palettes. They really blend like a dream and they're pretty inexpensive too for an amazing quality. You really can't beat the price and quality of these palettes. And going back in with my original brush that has my bronzer on it, I am just going in and blending these together. And then with a clean blending brush, I know this looks dirty, it's just stained, but with a clean blending brush, I'm going over those edges and really just blending them in so they look, there's brush hairs all over me, so that they look seamlessly blended into my eyelid. And I'm just gonna go in with the color Ashanti once more and really just go over in my lower part of my lid so that I can get some of that pigment back in there, but not going much above it so that I don't ruin that blend that I just did. So now I'm going to take a regular eyeshadow brush. This is the e.l.f. professional eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go in with Ashanti again, and I'm just really going to push that into my outer V. And now, using a eyeshadow brush that has been flattened, I'm going to cut my crease using the same eyeshadow base. I'm just going to do a half cut crease. Okay, so once you have your base down, you want to tap down the concealer or primer that you put down just to get off all of the excess. So that it doesn't end up looking clumpy. Now I'm going to take another eyeshadow brush and I'm going to go into the middle shade right here, this beautiful golden shade called Chaga, and I'm going to set the primer down with this. Okay, so now that I have the gold down, which is stunning, by the way, I like to take the same eyeshadow brush that I was just using and I like to drag it like on the side, like outwards, like so it starts blending into the brown shade. And then I like to take the eyeshadow brush that I used with the brown shade and kind of just mix them together. For the final step of the actual eyeshadow, I'm going to ever so gently put a little bit, like literally the teensiest, tiniest, I don't know, can you see this? Itziest, bitsiest bit of primer, and I'm gonna even like divide that in two, and I'm gonna put this in my inner corner. And I'm going to take that brush that I used to cut the crease and spread it a little bit. And then I'm going to take a regular eyeshadow brush and I'm going to go into this shade, my favorite shade in the palette. It's called Masai. I think that's how it's pronounced. And I'm going to pack that on top of the primer I just put down. And I'm just going to keep building it up until it's where I want it, like at the pigmentation that I want it, and then I'm going to go in and blend it out. Okay, so now that it's at the pigmentation that I want it, I'm going to go in with a really small, tapered, like mini blending brush. This is the Morphe M506, and I'm just going to really just finesse those edges, but really not touching like the actual inner corner so that it doesn't lose any of the pigmentation that I got there. And then for the last step, I'm just going to go and take the brown shade Ashanti and I'm going to drag that down to my lower lash line using a regular eyeshadow brush. And I'm only going to take it to like 1/3 of the way. And I'm going to do the same on the other eye, obviously. And then in between the inner corner shade and this brown, I'm going to go and put in the color Tootsie, which is the other green shade, right also on my lower lash line. And I'm just going to take that color and like run it along the whole lower lash line so it blends in with the other two colors as well. And I'm also, like if you don't have sensitive eyes, you can like kind of like rub it into your like waterline so that it kind of looks like eyeliner. But if you have sensitive eyes, don't do that. You'll probably like cry all of your makeup off. I'm gonna go in with the shade Masai, which is the really light green again, one more time, and just kind of finesse it over that to make it look less baby poopish. And then I'm going to take my highlighter, which is just the Amrezy one, but you can use any highlighter, and I'm going to take this is the brush I blended over here with, and I'm just going to take like a little bit on the tips of it and dab it right on top of the Masai color. To make it a little glowy. So now I'm going to put on my lashes and maybe some winged liner off camera, and I'll be back to show you the final look. Alright you guys, so I'm back. I threw on some lashes, I didn't put any eyeliner on, and I did a new lipstick combo. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade 360 Angora. And on top of that I put Anastasia Beverly Hills Naked. And I like made this little bit of a darker nude, which I kind of like. I actually really like it. So yeah, I threw on these lashes. I think these are the Dodo Lashes in style D108. All I know is that it says D108. And yeah, I put my hair down. I have my little thingies on. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked the look, please subscribe. I will be putting out more tutorials. If you'd like to see more looks using this palette, I would happily do that. So yeah, subscribe to my channel, like the video, or dislike it if you didn't like it. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is makeupbysonjax. I'll have it written down here, I think. Maybe here. I don't know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye!